everybody's voice,
solo,
like,
right? But humble beginnings right now, it's cool, whatever.
No, it's cool,
yeah.
Cool. So.
All right, so thank you for coming. I appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? My name is Yosh, YKM Yosh. I make music in the city. I also design. I do a lot of creative stuff. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Soul Food Podcast, for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Dope. Yeah, for sure. It did take a while getting here, but I feel like
we built it up.
Right, exactly. Like before, I was like, oh my God, is it going to happen? I was a little nervous, but... So when did you start making music? Like, when did you get into, like, the creative field?
So I've been making music pretty much, as long as I've known myself, really. Just, like, picking up instruments and stuff like that. Like, I played in the band and stuff when I was in elementary school, like, up through high school. I always sang, like, songs that were popular and stuff like that. I would sing myself and just practice that way, I guess. But, like, making music for real, recording myself, 2014.
2014. Yeah. So 5 years? About 5 years?
Just about 5 years. But seriously doing it, like... Yeah. Being in the public eye, I guess you could say in quotations.
Right.
About 2 years. Seriously, yeah.
Okay. Was it hard getting traction?
I think it's hard getting traction no matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
Especially entertainment.
Yes.
I think, just to kind of, I could say yes and no, because I have a lot of friends, you know what I'm saying? And those people are always going to be there to stand up behind you and be like, oh yeah, good shit, whatever, keep making your music or whatever. But to get natural traction from people that don't know me, people that aren't from here, people that don't, have no history with me, that was kind of difficult. But it's all a part of the game. You keep your head down and you keep going. You make your list of things you need to do, and regardless if you go left or right, you just get your list done. You know what I'm saying? So yes and no kind of thing, I guess.
That's how I feel with this podcast. I'm like, not a lot of people are... I wouldn't say not a lot, but the amount of people that I wish would listen to it isn't there yet. But like you said, just keep your head down, just keep networking, because unfortunately, it's not about. It's about who you know.
Facts.
Yeah, and
facts.
That's like it's networking, right? Like I'll put you onto my people, and you'll put me onto yours.
Exactly, and it works out that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it also helps being just like a genuine person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the conversation that we have in a DM is, like, obviously natural rather than, like, oh, hey, come do this podcast because you want my people. You know what I'm saying? People are interested in their craft. And that's what it is, too. If you do things on, like, on a natural, organic level and do it because you want to do it, not because, like, you feel like you should or you have to.
Yes.
Then you'll see the traction grow naturally, too.
Because it never gets boring.
Exactly.
Like, you just keep feeding off of it. It's always like, oh, I want to make another favorite song of mine, or I want to make something else that I love.
And people feel the genuineness. I figured that. Like, I feel that, too.
You always see, like, people who, like, actually love their craft and, like, love taking part of the craft. They never get, like, even when they get stumped or, like, stressed out, they want to keep working on it. They're like, what else can I do? And then people who, like, aren't really as genuine, they're like, all right, fuck it, what else? Like, I want to do something else. Fuck this.
Like, it's like, shit, this shit that I put out didn't really make that much money. Let me put out something else for some money. Like, realistically speaking, like, I found this is, I guess a way to make traction. Just give people stuff for free.
Yes.
Give people shit for free. Just let them have it. Yeah. Because, like, they're not going to pay for it at first. You might as well just give it to somebody to have it anyways.
Yeah. That's literally, why I sell my shit for, like, I'm like, yo, I'm selling beats for, like, $10.
Free. Yeah, that shit is crazy to me.
Yeah. And there are some like podcast platforms where you have to pay like $5 a month or whatever to listen to them, especially like there's some podcasts that are very school based and like you get lessons on there, like either math or history or whatever, and you just pay monthly. But I figure like that just feels selfish. I wouldn't want to pay, especially like a beginner's podcast. Like what you don't even, not even Joe Rogan does that,
right?
Or like I think Frisaya or whatever, but like you said, the genuineness and just giving out for free.
Yeah, like especially at the beginning, and that's not to say like don't always give it out for free. Know when to charge. I feel like there's a lot of people in the world that know when to charge. There's a lot of people in the world that don't know when to charge. There's a very small percentage of people that know the right moment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like as an artist myself, back to the traction question is like. I couldn't really get people on a track with me. People didn't want, producers-wise, artists-wise, like they didn't want to do that. So I found people that wanted to do that. I got real good with them, and now those people that I wanted to do it with want me to do it with them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of just like it's the medium of keeping yourself focused on yourself and other people take notice and want to be involved.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like that's happened a lot with you.
Definitely.
That's exactly what it is.
Because there's a lot of, I've booked conversations and then they'll be on board and then like a week later, no response, even like with the follow-up. And you don't want to burn that bridge anyway.
Right.
You just want to keep it open and just all right, okay, it didn't work out. You'll come back.
Right.
And they always do.
Right.
Another thing, playing off of like what he said, like knowing when to charge and like when to like not charge, it also shows like what you're really in it for. Like if you're really just in it for the money, you're gonna always want to charge somebody. But if you're in it for your craft and like you want somebody to like give you like, oh, what else do you think would sound cool with this craft, or what do you think, like, or just showing it off because it's your, and you want to show a personal side of yourself. Like it always shows like, oh, this is me in like the rawest form. Either take it or like don't. And it's like, do you want to show people who you are because you want to show them who you are, or do you want to show it just to make a profit off of it? And it's always, you'll always see the genuinity in like people.
Right. I don't know if that's a real word. Away.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like a lot of people that you like think are with it are like, hey, that was kind of trash, and like, what's trash about it? Like, there's nothing that was bad about the song. What don't you like? It's like, oh, you're just saying too much. And it's like, saying what? Like, I'm not trying to like.
Yeah. Or like with that song that he edited, how the guy was like, it has too much noise in it, or blah, 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 blah. And it's like, but you don't get it. Like, it's an edit. It's you know. You just released your album.
Yeah.
How was building that?
It took a long time. I built that project over 2 years' time.
2 years?
Yeah, so I did, it's called Season, by the way. It's spelled $, lowercase z, capital N, available anywhere, Apple Music, Spotify, all that stuff. Over 2 years, experienced death, heartbreak, lost money, you know what I'm saying?
So you're very inspired.
Ended up on the ground to get back to where I needed to be. So, like, that's what Season really is just, like, really longer than 2 years, but 2 years of actually physically working on it. But...
yeah, it's a dope album. Putting it together. It's a good project, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Really good.
Thank you.
I think I listened to it. Yeah, actually. Is that one with like the cartoon like figures almost
yeah,
like
and the card?
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it's
word.
Really
I appreciate
sick.
that, man. Thank you, bro.
I didn't even know. Yay.
Much love, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, we put some time and effort into it. There's a lot of people on that project, you know what I'm saying? I shouted them out on that Season Speaks track if y'all listen to it. You know what I'm saying? We put in a lot of time and effort, you know what I'm saying? Blood, sweat, and tears into it for real. And it comes down to like, you know what I mean? Like he said, do you want to show people who you are? Or are you doing this because you want to, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't make music to eat. I work to eat. I hustle to eat. I make music because I want people to know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And you're going to exponentially grow because of that. Because you're not doing like the hype. You know what I mean? You're creating out of, like you said, your experience. You experienced, what was it, death, heartbreak, just all of that at once.
Everything negative and positive really you could experience as like as a young man or woman in this lifetime, you know what I'm saying? Natural things that people go through. Like people have heartbreak regularly. Not a lot of people have a microphone to say it into. I do. So like if I could be relatable for somebody else and speak on my thing, that's like.
And we were talking about that this morning where a lot of people, I think, fail to realize that someone who's really creative, it's because they've been suppressed or they've just gone through some traumatic shit, and the only way to cope is just to create.
It's an art. Like, it's an art. It's a way to like express yourself.
Yes.
Like, people who like, where do you get your inspiration, or where does this like, where were you like, what are you trying to convey? It's like, listen to it. Like you'll hear what I'm trying to say. You'll hear like, you'll hear that I'm sorrow here. Like that song that I make with Jonathan. Like all of it's about like these 2 girls or 2-3 girls that are like literally wasting my time. And it's like I feel like I'm just wasting my fucking time here. Like it's people who have a passion or people who are trying to say something. You'll hear it. Like you'll always hear it. And it's not that people who like make money to like make parties and stuff like aren't saying anything, because that's what they want to do. They want to party, and like you'll hear it. It's not just somebody who's trying to make $1. It's like, this is my vibe. Like you know what I mean? And a lot of people get a lot of that confused. Like you have to know yourself before you make a craft, and like you'll know what your craft is once you know yourself. And it's really cool that like you're saying something. It's cool.
I appreciate that, man. Like realistically speaking, I really feel like it's just, no matter what you do, you could be like that party promoter guy too. Like we all know when that sucks. You know what I'm saying? we all know when that's like a dope ass dude. Like you can see them out, or a cool ass female. You know what I'm saying? You see her out, they're just cool as shit. But they're a promoter. Like it goes back to being genuine again. Like if you're being a party promoter, be a party promoter because you like to get fucked up. You want to drink at the table with your homies. Don't be a party promoter because you want your homies to come out, the homies you kick it with, and spend $200 on a bottle so you can get paid. That's lame. That's like you're using your people. Don't use your people. Use yourself. Is really what it comes down to.
Express be your own canvas, because you can only use somebody up to like a certain extent.
You're gonna catch on.
And then if you're your own canvas, who the fuck's gonna tell you something? Like you are yourself. Like it's cool.
Especially like when you put yourself out there, you have numerous eyes on you, so they'll like you said, they'll figure out real quick. Like he's just in it for the wave, you know, he just like got on the bandwagon real quick. But I definitely feel like if you're a creative, you need to reach in somewhere and take that and express it. And unfortunately, it's being suppressed or it's going through stuff. And,
getting to know yourself.
Yeah. Do you think you're in a point where your career musically is finally taking a turn, or how are you?
I don't know. I think I am. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't have like, you know, the things to say. You know? But I think we're progressing daily. I think the right people are catching on. I think people that, you know what I'm saying? Like the other day I tweeted this. I don't know if y'all seen, but I tweeted this guy from Vietnam hit me up on Instagram. He put a video up of Tropicana. It's a single I released last year. It did really good, you know what I'm saying? But he, from Vietnam, sent me a video, and I was like, yo, like, that's crazy as fuck. Right. Like, he's in a different country.
That's wild.
Right.
So I guess I could say, yeah, you know what I mean? But, like, until I'm in Vietnam with bro shaking his hand, you know what I'm saying? Like,
until I'm living the
life.
Like how you were saying, like, it was, like, weird that, like, people in, like, what'd you say? Like, people in Europe are, like, listening to your
UK,
shit?
My base is growing, and I'm like, I've never even been to the UK. Like, I never even thought about the UK. And literally, so I have, like, these... it's small, right? But, like, you start somewhere, and it's 6 people, but those 6 people, like, are gonna go to their people, and it's just, like, a snowball effect.
Have you heard of this person, Soul Food?
Yeah.
And or, like, you might not have to like it, but listen to it. Like, it's cool. Like,
and you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, it gets to me, and I'm like, keep it humble. Keep it humble. Like, go. You're not there yet. You're not there yet.
So, where are you from? Yeah, let's go there. Where are you from?
Originally, I'm from Europe. From Bosnia. Eastern Europe. I was born there, and I moved here when I was 3 in 1999.
Same here. I moved here when I was 3 too, in 2000.
Yeah, so right there. Where are you from?
I'm from Juarez, Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Thanks.
Cool. Yeah, no doubt.
Did you grow up here your whole life, or?
I grew up in Mesa on Dobson and Alma School.
That's where I grew up.
Where? Yeah, I lived in
7th Ave, like right off the freeway of the US 60.
What's your name?
Vivian. I was there for like a couple years. I grew up there.
Nah, it's all good. I mean, small world. You never know. I lived in Tucson originally on Orange Grove, like right when you drive into Tucson. That's where I was stationed, I guess, like as an immigrant coming here from another country. That's where we were stationed, you know what I'm saying? Humble beginnings, like you say, the one-bedroom apartments, and shit like that, you know what I mean? And then ended up moving to Tempe. I lived in the Victorias for a while. And then moved to Mesa, like I said, and now I live in Levine. But I grew up out here, you know what I'm saying? Arizona raised me, regardless of what side, you know?
You live in Levine?
Yeah, I live in Levine.
We live in Levine.
I live over on in Camelback, 99th and Camelback, but I used to be out there. I literally just came like a year ago, moved out there.
Oh, word.
Yeah, we're all from Levine, too.
We all grew up there. What school did you go to?
I went to Dobson High in Mesa.
Oh, man, never mind. I'm like, wait,
I moved out here when I started going to college, yeah.
That's cool.
How old were you when you picked up your first instrument?
I was 8 years old.
And what'd you pick up?
A stand-up bass.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so I didn't end up playing stand-up bass because I was going to play the orchestra first. And I was never good in school. Like, it's not that I wasn't smart. I just didn't care about school. I never really put my effort into it. So my pops got hella mad at me. One report card, I just got all F's. I didn't give a fuck. And I hit it for like the whole weekend. I was outside just playing around. And then on Monday, I gave him the report card. He took my orchestra book and he like ripped that shit up. He's like, no, you're not playing the bass. You're not going to have no fun this semester. You're going to get all your grades done. So with that, you know what I'm saying, I ended up picking up band, which is, I think, a blessing in disguise. I ended up playing the saxophone. So, like,
nice.
I think that shit's way more tight than
yes, it is.
Different,
different. Hey, you need that bass, bro. You need that bass. You need that foundation.
The horns hit, bro. Something about the horns, bro. Like the trumpet and the sax.
Yeah,
bro.
it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I like it a lot. That's cool. That's really
So
you've
cool. Always been into music?
Always. Like, and if I wasn't listening to music, I was watching movies. If I wasn't watching movies, I was like, you know what I'm saying, standing in front of like a mirror or something, like singing like the hottest song out right now.
That's so cool.
Like,
he's like recording himself.
You know what I'm saying? Like, little stuff like that. Like, my mom would always play music and stuff like that around the crib, and like she would always be singing. My pops played the guitar his whole life. He played a lot of instruments, you know what I'm saying? He wrote his own music, and it just like it ended up being in my life. Like, my sister played the violin too, so like everyone in my family plays an instrument, but like I'm really the only one that's trying to take it somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's cool.
Yeah, going for that dream everyone had, but was never brave enough to go get. You know what I'm saying?
It's real cool. It's really hard too. Like, just like because I come like from a family who used to like my grandpa used to play a bunch of instruments, and I remember going to his like studio and stuff, and it was crazy. But like he would never be home, and like they were always broke and stuff, and like my mom was like, "You're gonna fucking start music too, like there's no outlet in that," and it's like, fuck it, like I'm trying to make an outlet out of it so she can see like, hey, fuck it.
It's just your drive and dedication, man. If you're dedicated and you know you're gonna make it, bro, fuck what anyone says. And like I love my mom too, but like she tells me all the time it needs to be a hobby. But like I'm not gonna get nowhere if it's a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to tell my mom to fuck off, but like you just gotta like close your ear and like keep it pushing because
just nod and
you know what I'm saying? Like I agree it should be, and then just go back and go at it 100%. Don't argue with your parents. Don't argue with those people telling you no. Yeah, just tell them okay, make them happy. Do what you got to do to keep them happy, and then do what you want to do. That's it.
Yes, and I think where we grew up, they grew up without the internet, so they don't see the exposure that we see. They don't see people becoming stars overnight, so they don't get it, and they won't ever get it. So you just need to continue being a starving artist. Yeah, always. And like we always say, there's no plan B. Like we want this life, so we need to figure it out no matter what.
Yeah, it's plan A no matter how long it takes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this work shit is just there to feed this first plan. Like this work shit is plan B, if anything. Like this is feeding my plan A. Yes. Like there's no outlet.
And everybody in this room, I don't see any of us. Like I work in an office. I'm dead from 7 to 4 p.m. Like it's complete ass. But I definitely don't see anybody in here like working a 9-to-5 job. There's no light, you know, like you can't really like be yourself. And like I'll be at work sometimes and like I'll just, like I was telling you guys, I'll say like tight or like whatever, like after a meeting, right? And everyone's like, whoa, because there's no personality there. It's just black and white. Yeah. And what better than to live day to day creative and meeting new people and working on your music. And
I have a couple questions. Do you record yourself and stuff?
I have everything to record myself. I don't actually record myself though, just because I get the best quality. Like, well, I have a management team and stuff like that, and they have a full studio at their crib. So like that's where I go to get my rough records, and then I go to Valley Club to get my final stuff.
That's cool.
So like I don't even really waste my time. Like I write at the crib, but like that's just because it's the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm just cozy there, but I don't really record there.
That's cool. That's really cool. When did you know like I want to make this music? I want to make like rap. Like I want to say something poetry. Like I want to say something lyrically. When was that?
I always liked rap music, I guess, as a genre. I listened to a lot of Bosnian music growing up. My pops played a lot of Bosnian music. My mom too. Like I said, they would always just sing around the house. So like I grew up on that style of music. So when you find something for yourself, you know what I'm saying, you fall in love with for yourself, it's just a different kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like I could have chose to make Bosnian music, and I can sing in Bosnian, I can write in Bosnian, I can do all that stuff, but it's not something I chose for myself. You know what I'm saying? So like the fact that I wasn't necessarily exposed from a young age by my parents to rap music made me want to love it so much more.
That's cool.
And like I studied it and like learned the history behind stuff, and like listened to music and caught up on like old beefs and shit, so I would know, you know what I'm saying, what's going on, you know what I'm saying? And because I did that for myself, I wanted it that much more. So it was like that's when I knew. I was like, damn, bro, this is like something that I chose for myself, that like, you know what I'm saying, I chose to play sports, but my pops always told me you're gonna play football. I chose to do stuff around the crib, but my mom always told me you gotta do this, you know what I'm saying? But like nobody ever told me, hey, you should make music. So I was like, damn, bro, I want to make music.
Right,
you
this
know?
is mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
this is my brainchild. No one can tell me what I can and can't do, type shit. Exactly.
Yeah.
And has rap always been like your favorite genre, or like do you dabble with other stuff too?
I dabble with a lot of other stuff. I have a lot of like I wouldn't say a lot of stuff out, but I have a lot of alternative stuff made and some alternative stuff out. So like I have like R&B tracks, I have stuff that could go on the radio, I got stuff that's like lyrical, I got stuff that could go on a club, but you know what I mean? Like, that's cool. It really just whatever mood I'm in.
Key, man.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
For sure.
Do you think you'll dabble with anything other than rap?
Yeah,
like
definitely.
Like some hardcore rocker, like just
rap? Bro. Like I'm down for all that shit, bro.
So cool.
Like I'm so down for all that shit, bro. Like if there's like I play like my live shows with a live drummer. You know what I'm saying? Dope. So like when I'm on stage, I rage. Like it's not a rap show. It's like a fucking whatever. You can't even call it nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my face is red. I'm sweaty as fuck. The crowd is turned up. Yeah. Like drummers going crazy. So it's like, if I got the opportunity, bro, I'd scream into a mic. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking so sick. God, I can't wait until that's MTN just up there like going crazy. That's
we gotta run that up, man. That'd be tight.
That's so sick. That's so sick.
Where did the name come from?
Yeah.
Yosh.
Where? So, like I said, I'm Bosnian. Originally, I speak Bosnian. That's my first language. The word Yosh means more in Bosnian.
Yeah. Nice.
So,
okay.
so like more, you know what I'm saying? Yosh, YKM means you know me, so you know me, more money. I got a $sign in my name.
Oh, that's
so my name just really means more profit. You know
yes,
what I mean?
Okay.
Yes. And you're putting that out there, so it's gonna come back.
Yeah.
Definitely. 100%.
Yeah.
That's so fucking sick.
Yeah, because I always wondered. I'd see it, and I'm like, that's a tight name. Like it just goes, like it fits. I'm like, weird. Because people, I think that's the hardest part being an artist, or at least doing music. Coming up with a name for yourself. Some people either use their regular name, or they go like
Travis Scott.
Everybody's had a whack name. Like at first, like starting up, coming up, everybody had that whack name, and then sometimes it just clicks. So I was just always wondering, like, damn, this. I wonder if he got this on the first try or the first go. Like, this
I'm not even gonna lie. I thought your name was Josh, and you just added some pizzazz in there. I was like, ooh.
My name is Yosh.
Yes. Like that was tight. That was tight.
You ever think you're gonna add any like Bosnian flair to like your rap and stuff?
Like
maybe not speak Bosnian, but add like the guitar patterns or like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I have a couple producer homies I work with, like this guy SB Louis. He lives on the south side, and then well, he's really the only one I sent a sample to, because he's really the only one I know that chops samples directly out of songs. But you know what I'm saying? It's coming. It's coming. I just met bro today. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but I was saying that too. Crazy, because you were talking about how you listen to the Bosnian music, and I was like, have I listened to some Bosnian stuff? Like, I could probably sample the hell out of some Bosnian music.
They got some fire drum patterns, bro, and melodies too. Definitely check it out, bro. If you make some heat, bro, you know where to send it,
bro. Yeah, definitely.
No, this guy.
I will. That's my thing. Is chopping samples. I will sample shop all day, and then listen to records, and then just whatever I hear, I'll just chop it up.
Every time you go to Goodwill, you just see him like taking
pictures
of like albums,
like I can go back home, listen to this, listen to that.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. That's really cool. What else? Let's see.
Is there a specific thing that you do before you go to write, or when you get like what inspires you that you're like, okay, now I gotta go run and write this or set this up? Or
it usually just comes randomly. Like I'll be in like the most terrible spot timing wise to write a song, and I'll write a song. You know what I'm saying? Like be in the bathroom, like I gotta go. Like before I came here, no bullshit. Y'all want to see something? Look, check it out.
Nice.
So cool. Like I walked in the bathroom, played this beat on the speaker, and I was like, oh shit. All right, play it back.
Right.
All right, and then I'm like, oh damn, I gotta go.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'll be in the car driving somewhere, just writing a verse. It really just pops out of nowhere. If I say something fly, I think it's cool. I'm like, damn, I could probably put that in a rhythm, and I'll just start thinking that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly how it is.
That's kind of like what we do.
Yeah.
Like my thing is audio, so when we're all hanging out, I'll just hit record and literally like.
Mm-hmm.
I can use it for who knows what, right? Like with audio, you can flip it, do whatever you want with it. But like you said, like I'll be driving to work, and then I'll get like a word in my head, and I just start going off. I'm like around, just like recording myself, like yes, this means this and this and that. Yeah, and I posted one of those talks on my platform, and it did really good, but it's
more personal.
It's very personal, you know, like you said, I don't know if people are ready for that yet, but it's being genuine. And maybe I should post it because that's me, but I don't know. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah, if you feel it's right to post it, then post it.
Yeah, and basically because the platform, Soul Food is about creatives being comfortable with being creatives and networking with other creatives so that their creative platform can get bigger. I feel like sometimes as a creative, you're very hard on yourself, and sometimes you just need to hear that other voice. Like, you know what, you can do it. You know what, your art is valid, or you know what, you will find your people.
Right.
So.
It's fucking sick.
Yeah.
It's just like what we said at the beginning of this conversation. It's just like you make your list. No matter if you go left or right for whatever reason, you come back to the middle and you finish your list. And even if you didn't succeed how you wanted to, you're at the end of your list. That list is done. That's the end of that chapter. Write a new list. Keep it pushing.
Yeah, and then that way you could, like, depending on how you're going, if you're going right or left, like, you could write your list on that direction and see where that takes you. Yeah, it's. Right. I was gonna tell you, I never thought about it like that. Just like just making sure you complete that project, because I always have like sub projects that I want to do. Like if it's not into end, then I want to like write my thing, or like I just need to like make that list and make sure that
like,
that one's done.
On one thing.
Yeah, and then
because you will fuck yourself over.
I have so many fucking side projects just started like accumulating dust because I don't know which one to start on now. So that is really cool, and like just getting that one finished.
Yeah, my biggest thing too, like doing things one by one, bro. Like when I go to the studio, I take one song with me, or like I take one beat and I make sure that song is done by the time I leave. You know what I mean? Because I've gone in there like and I've made a whole project. Like I dropped my first mixtape called Gin Face probably about 2 years ago now, almost 2 years ago. Recorded it in a 9-hour session, the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I don't want to say it's a bad project, but like comparatively to Season, that took 2 years. To record each song individually over 2 years time, you know what I'm saying? Like from the first song to the second one, there's like time in between. It's just like it's a different kind of execution. You know what I'm saying? Like it just holds so much more weight. Like people talk about Gin Face like it's something. You know what I'm saying? People talked about Gin Face like it was something for a day. You know what I mean? So it's like if you take your time with that one thing, you make sure it's completely done, and you like, if anything, bro, you just finish it. Then it's just fucking off your plate, bro. You gotta worry about it. You know what I mean? Like,
and like taking your time, you definitely hear the quality.
Perfecting your craft.
Exactly.
It's always perfecting it. Yeah, because that's a lot of things that I like struggle. Because like when we dropped the 4 songs, like on my birthday, it was terrible because I didn't keep that same schedule, like finishing these 2 and finishing the other 2. Like I just tried to finish everything all at once, and it like fucking.
Haste makes waste for sure. So I think, like you said, you just need to take your time and really perfect it. And I think if you just put deadlines by yourself and not leaving open projects like that either, because you just get overwhelmed and then it's just like clutter. Like at that point, I just think you're like a hoarder or like a creative hoarder, and it's just like they just go stale, and then you never finish those projects.
That's literally what I just did.
Yeah,
that's why my laptop
with the
looks
dusties.
Like that.
Yeah.
Goddamn. I got another question.
Right.
What are your musical inspirations like? Cause this is all I do literally is listen to music. That's all I do. I'll make beats, listen to music. When I heard your tape, some of the songs on there reminded me like it had like that Rick Ross, like luxurious type vibe. And now that you explained your name, it makes like it fits. It makes sense. So like, what are your musical inspirations?
My musical inspirations, bro, I would really have to say are like, just truthfully, bro, just my homie Joe, bro. Like that's really one person I actually ever asked, like, hey bro, how should I do this? Hey bro, like, hey, what do you think? Type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now that I'm like a little bit more savvy in what I'm doing, like he was making music before I was, so he knew the answers type shit, but now I know the answers. So it's like inspiration wise, I just look to beat myself. Like when I started making music, I wanted to make music that no one was making because no one was making something I wanted to hear. So like that was my reasoning. And like I listen to a lot of music too, like you said too, bro. Like I listen to everything, and I listen to hella Rick Ross. That's one of my favorite rappers, bro. So it's possible, you know what I'm saying? Like people told me there's like some like 50 Cent-esque shit going on like before, and I'm like, yeah, bro. Like Get Rich or Die Trying was the first album I ever owned. You know what I'm saying? So like
that one's really hard.
So I'm like, yeah, bro. A lot of musical inspiration comes from just shit that I hear regularly too, bro. Like things that people don't even notice, like jingles, shit like that on TV, bro. Just like little things that are like just catch you, you know what I mean? Like that just makes me want to make music, bro. Like,
yeah, we gotta work, man, because that's literally how I make. That's literally how I make music.
You gotta finish it. That's really fucking. That's crazy.
What other artists? Okay, because I got a bunch of questions because you're in the scene, and I consider you being in the scene because I know you're doing shows and stuff, and you work with other local artists out here. And me, I'm more quiet, timid. I stand back and I just peep. I watch, and I've seen, I listen to Pico, Jalopy, Pariah Pete. How do you feel about the Arizona hip hop scene right now?
Yeah, bro, I think it's doing numbers, bro. I think everybody's eating, bro, and if you're not eating, bro, you're lazy, bro. Real shit.
That's facts. That's straight facts, because Arizona's picking up like hella.
We all got a fork, bro. It's up to you to pick up a piece of meat, bro, and eat that shit, bro.
And nobody's gonna try to block it. If they are, they're not in for the scene.
Because I've heard mixed things about. Because I always ask people like, how do you feel? How do you feel? And I mess with it. I've been telling people like, oh, we're gonna blow up. Like this is the next. Because every state or city has their time in hip hop when they're gonna blow, or just in music in general. And I think last year might have been, or like when X first came out, it was the Florida scene. Like if you were from Florida, that you were popping. And then Chicago had their there was a Chicago Renaissance with Shmino, Raven Lene, Saba, all them. I think Arizona's next. Like if not towards the end of this year, definitely 2020. Somebody from here is popping. D-Bangs is already up there.
Yeah, he already did Bootleg Cat.
Yeah, so.
And D-Bangs is cool as shit, too. Like I said, bro, like, all those people you mentioned, bro, I met in person, bro. I've had convos with them. Like, I won't even mention anybody else's name because it's not necessary, but me and D-Bangs were in Tucson, ended up in Tucson together, bro. Bro got dumb followers, hella followers, just a cool-ass dude. Like, people hate on Fool because he makes music that they don't like, but, like, I just understand that, like, no, I'm saying like about the scene.
Yeah.
The scene is what you make it. You know what I'm saying? You consume art no matter what, bro. And the people are gonna like it if you don't like it. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's somebody that's gonna like that shit. So like D-Bangs is already gone.
Yeah, he's up
like,
there.
Bro, that shit, bro, is doing. I don't even know how many followers he has now, bro. But he's gone, bro. Yeah. Like, who else, bro? Jalapi's gone, bro. Pariah P just sold out Pub Rock. I was at the show. Shit was fucking nuts, bro. We were in the back room. Fool was just cooling like a don and shit. It was tight,
so
bro. Like, fools
cool.
are eating, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I wanted to go to that, and I saw the recap of it, and I was like, man, that dude had it lit. And that project was... Mercury is insane. That's a crazy project.
You worked with Mike, right?
Mike McGriffin? Yeah,
Mike Griffin. That's a homie. That's a homie.
Bro.
No, like I've known him since like freshman year. Like that's just a homie. That's
what's
cool.
up, man. Yeah, Mike is good people, man.
Yeah, he's catching some like wind right now.
Yeah, he's on the buzz too for sure. He was on my project.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's how I knew it. That's how I saw it because he retweeted it and I listened to it. Yeah. That's the fucking homie. I'm glad you guys got to work.
Is there anybody in the scene right now that you haven't worked with that you want to work with?
Damn, that's a good question, bro. Anybody in the scene I haven't worked with that I want to work with?
Other than MTN.
Shit, bro. Nah. To be real, like there's people that I want to work with, bro. But it's not like in the realm of possibility right now. If anybody wants to work with me, hit me up, bro. I'm not too cool for nothing, bro. I'm not too cool for nothing, bro. Send me beats, send me an open, bro. I don't charge shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was popping my shit the other day on Twitter, bro. If you're whack, I'm gonna charge you. If you're cold, let's make a song. That's it.
That's literally what we want.
I would charge with the act, because people be asking, you know, like, yo, let me get like a crazy fat 808 beat. I'm just trying to like, and I'm like,
you want to commission a beat, bro? It's gotta cost some money, bro.
You want specifics? All right, Lil, this is gonna cost you this, but if you dope, I'm just like, I need my shit out there, bro. Rap on my shit, bro. Take this, take that.
I'm not just that. Like when you make a beat, like at least me, like when I make a beat, if I have somebody in mind, it's like, well, I'm not gonna fucking do anything with this. Like, are you gonna do anything? Like if I have that person in mind and I send it to them, like, yo, I made this beat and it kind of sounds like your stuff. Like, what's up? You want to rap on this? It does. It's also like that too. I never really like. I don't know.
I think that's important, bro. I think people reaching out to other people is very important, bro. It's just like I've worked with everyone that I wanted to work with, bro. And like other fools, bro, they're doing what they're doing, bro. I'm not taking away from none of that shit, bro. It's just our schedules don't line up. Fools can't afford each other anymore. Shit is just a different vibe now. You know what I'm saying? So like we're all doing what we're supposed to be doing as artists, bro. So I don't even expect no artist to be like, damn, I'm trying to work with Yosh. Not work on yourself, player. You got a beat that's for me? Send it through, like bro said. Like Quiet Wyatt, that's how he hit me up. I didn't even know, bro. He hit me up one day random, bro. He was like, hey, I'm trying to send you some beats, bro, because I knew his homie Backwood. I knew Bobby, and he was like, yeah, bro, I'm trying to send you some beats, bro. Can we get some work in? I'm like, yeah, bro, send it through. So hit my email, bro. It's been history since. We made Tropicanas, 95s, Teslas, all that shit, Visas, all that shit. So cool. It's just like, bro, just tap in.
That song is, man, that one is tight too. I didn't know he was on that one. I know he produced that.
On Visa?
Yeah, that shit is hard.
Much love, bro. Bro, me and that guy got some shit coming, man. I'm telling you, bro. It's just really, bro, just tap in with me, bro. I'm so accessible, bro. I'm on Twitter like 95% of the time, bro.
Just shitting my life.
I'm definitely hit you because I got stuff that just collects dust. I'm like, people are whack, and that's the thing. As a producer, I don't want to give, like, I'll make a beat based on how I hear you rap and based on what people have come out with. And some people are like, yo, I want to be like how they want specifics in a beat. And I'm like, okay. If I got some like fire, like some shit that needs some lyrics on it, or some shit that needs to be said, I can't just give any beat away. Like I just be like, I gotta like tap in with you and hear what you're doing. But I've heard your stuff and I'm just like, I literally got like just a pile of beats that I haven't put out, haven't sent. And I'm just like, I need people to hear this, but I need the right people to hear it. So I'm gonna definitely tap in and send you some stuff, bro.
Yeah, that's it, bro. I be in the studio all the time, bro. all the time, bro. And if I'm not, I'm writing some shit, bro.
Yeah.
So easy, bro. You follow me, bro. Just tap
So cool.
Yeah. It goes back to networking. You know, definitely 100%. Like you can't expect to get big if you just just holding on to everything.
I only make beats for my friends.
Yeah. No, you can't do that. You
it's
can't
not friends
do that
anymore. If it's your like career, you gotta treat it like a career.
Exactly. And then like different artists have different sounds, so then it tests your how diverse can you get, you know, how different. And you need to get, I feel like as an artist, you need to stay true to your art and how you produce, but try different flavors, because then that's how you grow. It's your muscle.
You never gotta stray away too far from what you like do. Like when Dre makes a beat, like even if it's a trap or if it's like a dance track, you'll always hear that Dre sauce or whatever. You know what I mean? Or like you don't have to stray away from yourself at all. You just add like components, like, oh, maybe I could add this and maybe he could get on it, or like maybe I could add some 808s and make this like a fucking like trap song or something. Or I can like you never have to stray away from yourself. It's always adding stuff. Like what else do you like? It's not just don't sell yourself out. Don't keep making the same song, because then you're gonna get stuck. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's a lot. That's what happens a lot to these artists. Like they have one hit and they're like, "Fuck! Like I need to make that same fucking hit." Like what's his name? Lil Durk. He made 52 bars and he went global. And then he started putting like he just kept wanting to make that kind of song, and he kind of like lost a lot of weight. And it's like, nah, dude. Like progress yourself. Like keep working as an artist. You are like who you are, and just keep going. I was watching an interview with Tyler, the Creator, and he was talking about the YG album, and he was like, YG got so fucking weird in that album, and he needs to keep doing that, because YG keeps putting out like that bang music or whatever, and it's like, that's him, but in this new album, he had like weird songs, like songs that you wouldn't hear YG make, and it's like, keep doing that, because that's gonna like progress, like not only your fan base, but that's gonna progress you as an artist, if that's what you're trying to do, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you just gotta keep progressing, man.
What'd you do after you dropped your album?
I was at the release party when it dropped. We were right here. I'm actually going there right after this. It's called Valley Club. It's a studio. I was there, faded off the Henny. Big fade. We were just cooling, and then after that, we made moves back to Tempe, got on some eats, kicked it, you know what I'm saying? Enjoyed life, celebrated. I took a whole week off. Didn't even look at a microphone. Yeah,
that's 2 years worth of work right there, and an album, bro. That's a break, well deserved. You just gotta kick back and let people just enjoy it.
That's it. Just let it do what it did, and then
if it's hot, people will keep spreading it.
Exactly.
And that's it. It's hot. It's a really good album.
But like that week was it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not over yet. You know what I'm saying? The videos are coming. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that stuff. It's all back in motion. You know what I'm saying? I just finished up the Visa video that's coming real soon, probably the next like week. And then the Shine video, and then I got like videos released of unreleased music where I'm just rapping in the microphone. I got like songs on songs. Like music is coming.
Right.
Yeah, but like I definitely had to take that week off after.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like you said, it just sounds like you're just being consistent. If it's not recording, now it's recording videos, and then from here, like what else do you want to do? Realistically
speaking, I want to make music forever. That's what I want to do forever. But like I said before, like I'm not making music to eat. I'm trying to make music because I love making music. That's what I like to do. I'm trying to ultimately I'm trying to blow up in this music shit, build my name off of that, be solidified in music, and then start directing movies. Oh, that's beautiful.
That's so beautiful.
That's what I'm trying to be on.
Yeah, I'm trying to make music for movies. I'm trying to score a movie. That's like not the end goal, but once I do that, you could take. I don't care what other accolades I get. I scored the movie. I'm good. I'm chilling.
So apart from music, like your love is films.
Like you want to be a director, write scripts and stuff.
Yes, all of that.
In what category are we talking about?
I would say probably I don't even know, man. Fuck.
Hey, get Ubi connected with this.
I think it would go something like my music goes. Is like really how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll just get an idea and then build off of it. Like I'm real good about in my phone I have just kind of toss-ups just written up, kind of back and forths, I guess you would say, not even a conversation, just back and forths of what would be a cold skit to me, and then I would just take that skit right there and then build around it.
Right.
I watched this Dave Chappelle stand-up on Netflix recently, and he was telling me that, or not telling me, he was saying on the special, he puts in a bowl just one-liners.
Yeah.
Picks one out, and then he builds a whole joke around it. That's pretty much how I see it would go, and that's pretty much how I do music too. I'll write the last bar and then be the song can't start right here. It has to end right here, and then make it make sense to the end, kind of thing. So I think that's how I would make movies too.
Right. You just need like a base to build off.
Yeah, it would really just be something to inspire me, and then just the flame would start like that. Yeah.
Right. What's your favorite film?
Damn, that's a hard question too.
I was literally thinking, I'm like,
I would say my favorite film, Godfather #1. Forever. Whole series was fire though.
Is that what the pinky ring is?
No. This is Queen Elizabeth. My mom's name is.
He's got a big old leg.
Yeah, shout out to that big ring. What about your favorite director?
Martin Scorsese for sure.
Why?
Bro's just talented.
Yeah.
Like he could shit on a CD, close it in a DVD case and sell it for $1 million.
It didn't work.
The Godfather.
He's like, seriously, he's solidified. Like it's not even like that he could just fuck you and like sell you something that's not good, but like he can make something. You don't have to look at it. You don't have to watch it, and you can just assume that it's gonna be good.
Right.
It's like a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Right.
Like it's just something that like their name's solidified. Like
they
might have like that 1 or 2 bad movies, but
they can afford to. Make those.
Might be a bad scene in there somewhere. For a majority of the movie, it's gonna be a pretty good movie.
Quentin Tarantino has the best fucking screenplays I've ever seen. Like the fucking cinematography for a lot of his movies are fucking crazy.
Right.
It's nuts, bro.
It's like all the shots, like in Kill Bill, like that up shot where it's like it's not just straight down. It's like tilted a bit, and it's when the bride gets like shot, and she's like, it's just like a top down view. It's so crazy.
When he's talking to her.
It's like a top down view, and everybody's like on the floor dead, and it's just like, why'd you fucking do this? Like it looks so fucking sick, but how do you even think about that?
Right.
It's so cool.
Right. What I like what you said is that you want to blow up in one area so that you can be free and creative in another area, because what you're basically doing is you're building your platform, like your people, because then those people are going to follow your films, and then from your films, like you can literally do anything, and that's what I love about being a creative. You don't just have to stick to one thing. Like your niche or niche can be one thing now, and then who knows what it can be later.
Just progress into something completely different. Like even now, like at the crib, I paint. You know what I'm saying? I draw, I do all kinds of shit. Like, honestly, just to take up time. Like, I didn't even really like video games until like a month ago. I just like put myself back onto that shit. I'm like, I have a PS4 just to watch Netflix. I'm like, let me buy this GTA real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Actually, been knocking it. Yeah, man. But like, I do. Honestly, anything I can, anything that's a possibility, anything I have access to, I'll try. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared of anything. I'm not scared of rejection. I'm not scared of losing. So like anything that I can try, I will. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the right mentality.
Exactly. That's how you're gonna make it. Because in, like you said, in the entertainment area, you're gonna get a lot of people that don't like you. Facts. A lot of people that are not gonna want to work with you. A lot of no's. A lot of the negative stuff.
And that's just because you exist, not even because you're a bad person.
Yeah. Exactly. They might not like you.
Just because you're doing good, or just because you look a certain way. Like that's what it is. Like that's reality. Like you got to carry the like I don't give a shit mentality about what anyone thinks. Like I'll walk through here right now and not give a damn what anyone thinks of me, and like that's it. And I'll get to that door because that's what I want to do.
Exactly. Exactly. And I think for anyone that wants to be a creative or do music or whatever, you have to have that mentality that
you got to, and some thick skin.
That confidence.
That confidence, exactly. Like all I keep repeating is, the right people will listen to it one day. It'll reach the, like you said, the indicated people. At the end of the day, I mean, you can't care, because more people are gonna not like your stuff than the people that do like it.
I'm gonna say the opposite. I think there's always more people that are gonna like it that hate it, but there's always the haters that you're gonna see.
That are gonna like shine through the most too, at the end of the day.
They're gonna show out the most, more than somebody rather hate on something than tell you that you did a good job.
Oh yeah, because it's like, easier to bring you down than I don't want him to get a big head. You know, like.
But there's always people who are gonna like your stuff. There's always gonna be somebody out there that's gonna like.
If you don't give somebody a compliment because you don't want them to get a big head, you're a hater.
Yes.
And that's it.
I didn't even think that was like a possible mindset to have.
If you're not telling your homies good job, if they're doing a good job, you like suck.
That's crazy. See, I feel like I'm not that just goes because I don't really hang around with people. When every time you guys bring up something like that, I'm like, who thinks like that?
That's a real thing, bro.
Think like that.
People are jealous, bro. They just don't believe in themselves, so they would like. They just don't like you for believing in yourself, bro.
Like just the whole, but like going back, like I'm not gonna give this person a compliment because I don't want their head to get big.
Yeah. that's real.
Literally like overthinking. Like who?
No, not only that.
First of all, why do I give a fuck with how they? I'm letting you know how I feel. If that shit is fire, it's fire.
You know what that really means though? I'm not gonna give them a compliment because I'm hating on them.
Yes.
Because I wish I did that.
Okay. Yes, because I feel less than them.
Because if you get a big head, you're gonna realize your worth, and I don't want you to realize your worth before I get my money, my share.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Suck,
people are bro are scheming, bro, and you just gotta stick to your own guns.
There's also that other mentality where it's like, oh, I don't want to put anybody else on this person because this is my favorite artist.
Right. Exactly.
And I don't want them to blow up and change or something. And it's like, okay, what the fuck?
Or I want them to do good.
Yeah. Or I struggled. They should struggle too. And it's like, bro, you're literally taking away from the community.
Up, bro. Let's work together, bro.
Yes. We can mesh together, and who knows the possibilities.
Why don't it be so simple?
Yes.
Yes. Be like, hey, I like your stuff. Let's work together. It's like, all right, let's work together. How do you
You know how many? Damn. So much music and so much great art could come from that, and it sucks because we were just talking about music in general just hasn't been hitting the same. It's just there's been a lack of I don't know exactly what it is, but there's just I'll go through my phone. I'm like, man, I don't want to listen to this. I don't want to listen to that, and I'm not gonna listen to music now. And it's something's missing. And just now having this conversation, it's if more people just got together and was like, let's work, let's do this, let's do that, or have this idea. If they weren't afraid to link up, and if they weren't afraid to create what they wanted to create, we get something new, and you be doing a service for the people, and that love gets shared back.
Yeah.
So. We need to make some shit pop or something. I need some new music coming out or something like that. I'm greedy.
Bro, it's I don't know. You make what you make, and I don't even know what the question was originally or where this is even going.
Yeah, me either. But
it's you stand on what you stand on, and if fools hate on you for standing on what they stand on, they should fall off that shit. Yeah. That's really what it comes down to.
And I think this is something that we always talk about is it's an ego thing. You feel like if I share this with that person, my people are gonna be gone, and it's no. Why are people so poor in their mind? And that's something that I never understood, and that's why I made this platform, because if I can put you on, even if it's 50 people, it doesn't matter. I'm helping you and you're helping me.
Yeah.
And that's why Arizona's not growing, because there's a lot of, I don't know if it's jealousy or what it could be, but that's why businesses aren't fluctuating or
because I have a question about that too.
Business partnerships can't be a business partnership unless both people benefit from them. The business partnerships, 95% of them out here are one person getting everything, the other person getting nothing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Not even to use myself as an example, but an artist of my caliber, which isn't even anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I have 1,000 something followers. That's not a lot by any means. There's artists that have 2 million, 3 million followers, and those fools are an asset. But I consider myself an asset.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to bring your asset to the table as well. You're an asset. I don't know any podcasters. You know what I'm saying? I know some, but you know what I'm saying? You're the one that reached out to me. I want to be here. You have something that I could take. I have something that you could take. It's an even business transaction.
Yes.
But if I give you my 1,000 followers, however little it is, and you're only giving me, you know what I'm saying, your little followers, you're not even promoting the song. You just wanted my people to see you. That's not what we're about. You know what I'm saying? We're not getting nowhere with that.
Yes.
We're trying to grow. We're all trying to grow.
That's it, bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if it's something that I can help you with, why not? Or if it's something that you can help me with, why not? I'm trying to be here for you too. Yeah, it's something it's another podcast too. Here's another podcast you can put out if you want.
Exactly. And it's like what you said. It's even though I look at it so. For example, I've interviewed someone with thousands of followers. Thousands of followers, okay? And their episode got the least traction than all my other episodes. Why? Because just because you have a big following does not mean big support. It does not. Viv told me of a girl that had her own clothing line. She had how many followers?
2 million.
2 million followers. And to keep your contract, you need to at least sell 40.
20.
20 shirts. No one bought the shirt.
She sold
exactly. That's crazy. So with my 600, 800 followers or whatever, my 800 followers are going to follow you just because they're genuine with me.
Because they care about your success and they actually care about what you're doing.
Exactly. That's
it goes back to the thing. I seen Gary Vee post this the other day. It was kind of I don't know if you guys follow Gary Vee.
I do, yes.
He's hella insightful, and I really like what he has to say about a lot of things. But he said, there's influencers on Instagram that make that you know what I'm saying, maximize the potential of their post by putting their ass or their titties in the picture, right? And those posts, they do numbers. They do numbers by all means. They get likes. But those girls or whatever person it is that's doing something like that can't sell something for the life of them. Because those people don't give a shit about what's right here. They give a shit about what's right here and right here.
Yes.
And that's just what it comes down to. As an artist, you got to be like, you got to be a person. You can't just be all swag. People are only going to give a fuck what you're wearing because they want to wear that shit, not because they care what you're wearing. You know what I'm saying? You can't be all swag. You got to be a human.
Like Lil Uzi.
Yeah.
Like Lil Uzi, he could sell you a fucking anything. He could put it on and he's like, damn, like that looks fresh. Like,
or like X, bro, going back to X, like Fool had a cult fan base because he was a human. Because when he talked to his people, he wasn't talking to his fans, he was talking to his people.
Right.
And that's just like, exactly, you know what I'm saying? You got to be a human in this shit.
Right.
Because,
genuine.
Yeah,
exactly. You actually show your ass.
Exactly.
Full circle. Full circle.
You gotta actually be yourself.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's easier to be yourself too when you do it.
Yeah, because then you're not faking anybody. You're literally yourself. If you try to keep this persona, like you're gonna run out eventually.
Mm-hmm.
It's not you. And
you'll always have a second thought of like, oh shit, are they catching on? Do they see through it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's there to see through if you're being yourself?
Yeah, like yeah, exactly. It's 100%. And it's like, well, you can take me or you can leave me. Like, but this
and
is
if you
who I
leave
am.
me, bro, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm not worried about you. Like,
you're not everyone's cup of tea at the end of the day. Yeah, and that's okay.
Full circle once again.
Yes. It just, I mean, it's like he said, it's so simple. If people could just see how simple it is and just like remove the ego out of the question and just look at, oh, okay, if I contribute to this community, they'll contribute to me back. That's it. That's all it is. It's just a business transaction. And if we can make projects...
My bad, not even to cut you off. Or if you don't want to contribute to the community, right, you build your fan base in a different direction. You look from somewhere that's not in the community. Don't not be in the community. Like me personally, like when he said I'm in the scene, like I am in the scene because I'm here. But like I don't consider myself like, you know what I'm saying, like a front runner in the scene. Like go Arizona, I fuck with AZ. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to get YKM, I'm trying to get my peoples out the gutter. You know what I'm saying? So like so like Arizona gotta eat for itself. But like, damn, what was I saying?
I got that too.
I had a point. What was I saying?
The whole Arizona.
I said business transaction.
Damn,
you were onto something beautiful though, so I applaud you.
I was coming with it.
It was like going outside of your, like if you're gonna be outside your community.
My God. If you don't want to be in the scene, bro, you don't like the scene because you don't think they support you, bro. Find somewhere else to support you, bro.
Yeah. The scene doesn't have to
market your Instagram posts to Las Vegas or some shit if you think they're gonna love you better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't complain about the Arizona scene. Either you're in it or you're not. Like myself, bro. Like, I see my art going way, way past this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I love Arizona. Arizona loves me. I have no doubt in that. There's people out here that don't like me, whatever. I don't even care. But, yo, like, I'm not looking for that support. If they want to support me, go ahead, support me. But, like, we're trying to take this shit out the planet.
Yes.
We're trying to take this shit.
You just so happen to be in this area right now.
Exactly.
If you would have started anywhere else, it would have been the same.
Exactly, yes.
And I'm not even from here originally.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm born from a different country. You know what I'm saying? Like, my flag looks different.
Yes.
So, like, you know what I mean? I'm here because I'm here. And if I was somewhere else, like bro said, I would be somewhere else. And that's it.
Exactly.
Plain and simple. So, like, I'm trying to keep my stomach full. You know what I'm saying? Like, Arizona can support me if they want to or if they not. Like, you're going to see me at Fry's. You know what I'm saying? You feel some kind of way about me. You're going to see me at Fry's, bro, and you're not going to retweet my song. Oh, man, what a big deal. You know what I'm saying? But, like... Bro from Vietnam fucks with my shit.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
So like, yeah, right, you know, like, but yeah.
I think another thing that's really cool about Arizona is that we don't have like a sound yet. Like, East Coast has a sound, West Coast has like that fucking like that West Coast sound. Like everybody knows what a fucking West Coast sound sounds like. Arizona is so cool because like everybody sounds so fucking different from each other. Well. The people who are actually like trying to be themselves sound hella different from each other.
I don't even think that people are trying to figure out a sound right now. It's just people trying to make music.
Just trying to put stuff out
there. It's just because not only that, but everything's so accessible now. So you don't have to. That's the how am I trying to say this? Like it goes back to the genuine idea. You can tell who's genuine doing the music and who isn't. There's people out here really just there are people out here just they just so happen to come up on a mic, they heard themselves and were like, okay, this is gonna be easy. I know a bunch of people that do this, that can retweet this and do that for me, and you'll just gain traction. Then there's people out here that are just like, I just want to make I'm trying to make music and still do my 9 to 5 because I gotta eat. I'm just doing this to push it out, and I think it's easier now because out here you don't have you don't have to be good at this shit. You really don't. It's better if you are, but if you have a mic and you have somebody that records, you can put stuff out on the internet and then be good. And that doesn't even you don't even have to look at it for it to gain traction. You can just give it to somebody. It's gonna get plays or whatever, no matter what. But I actually just forgot what my point was. So, but
you're talking about being genuine,
or everybody has their
own
sound.
How the sound. And in terms of sound, I don't think like the East Coast got their sound, West Coast got their sound. We've got whatever we hear, whatever we want to make, because there's a bunch of different types of artists from out here. Like there's actually a lot of bands, like a lot of like rock bands from out here, which is I didn't know. Like I think Jimmy Eat World. I think that was the name. They're from out here.
Maybe.
Injury Reserve. They're from out here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're a rap group though.
Yeah, but it's different. Like a bunch of different, just different sounds. It's nothing that's like this is Arizona sound. I don't think we'll have an Arizona sound.
No, but I mean
futuristic cool people too.
Yeah.
I think futuristic.
I think futuristic, bro. I mean, not even to label Arizona, like, bro. Like you said, bro, I don't think Arizona has a sound either, bro. And if it does have a sound, I'm not hearing that shit anyways because I sound different.
Yeah.
But like, there's fools out here popping. Like we said, D-Bangs is popping, bro. Futuristic been popping, bro. Like he just put out an album recently, bro, like a week ago or some shit like that, bro. Cool people, bro. Just cool people, bro. Like people that don't get to be close to people like that, bro, or will take it out of context and be like, oh no, they're shitting on Arizona, bro. Like that's not the Arizona sound. That's not.
If you think there's an Arizona sound, you're not listening. You're not.
Bro, there's so much sound out here, bro. How are you saying that's just like, bro, no one's popping enough. And even the fools that are popping, I was just going to say this with that point that I made. Even those fools that are popping, bro, this is no disrespect to any of them, bro. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not hopping in the whip, bro, and jamming that shit, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, I can't associate that's the Arizona sound. Maybe that might be the Arizona sound to 200,000 followers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's cool. I'm with that, and I support you. I was at Futuristic's album release party at his crib. Shit was tight. Cool people, like I said. But, like, you can't label a sound if not everybody listening to it. Like right. YG, when he was doing his shit, when he was coming up, every single store, every single corner store, every single clothing store, every single place of business had a poster of YG out there. Mm-hmm. He was the sound of the city. Mm-hmm. Right. And me and my boys watch videos from back then all the time. Like, bro was everywhere. Everyone fucked with him. Everyone knew about him. Everyone supported him. That's how you're the sound of the city. If you got, you know what I'm saying? Like, people love you. That's cool. But, like, does everyone love you? Mm-hmm. You can't even claim the sound of the city. You're not the sound of the city, but we're all the sound of the city. Mm-hmm. And some people get more plays than others, but you're still not going platinum, so shut up.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And I think it's because Arizona is barely developing creatively and especially musically. Like you guys said, you can't label it yet because, there's no...
So look at the table.
Who
There's
knows?
3 different kinds of artists, like right
who knows?
Here,
right.
From Arizona.
Right.
He could pop. I pop after, and then people would say that I'm the sound. But he was pop before me.
Exactly.
So that means he's actually the sound. But I just came in, and now I'm new, so now I'm the sound. You know what I'm saying? That's just that constant rotation.
Yeah. But I think that's any creative field. Because, I mean, if you keep up with music, it's always a new name. Yeah. Always a new name. Every so time. You can be number one for a while, and then out of nowhere, you'll just get blindsided, and that person's number one. Mm-hmm. But that should keep you inspired to keep working.
Facts. Drake is a super artist, right? Number one all day long. Everyone knows about Lil Nas X comes out, makes a song that I guarantee you, if you ask him now, he would say it's a serious song. He made that song, you know what I'm saying, seriously. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you it was a parody. I guarantee you he was at the homie's crib like, hey, check this shit out.
He heard a guitar and he's like, I'm going to throw some trap on this shit. It was like...
17 weeks, number one.
Yeah, that's wild.
Come on now. Like... If that doesn't show you that you can do it, nothing will show you. Your eyes are closed in.
Yeah. And I think at the end of the day, it kind of shows you, like, there's no excuse. Like you said, there's a fork for everybody. If you're just willing to put in the work and you're just consistent and you just keep putting work out there no matter what, you will build your base. Will build your base. Just don't be lazy. Don't get in your way. And I feel
Don't be complacent.
Don't be complacent. Exactly. If you want to get big by next year, I feel like that's possible. You just need to be consistent and able to put in the work. Mm-hmm. That goes with anything.
Marketing and everything.
Networking. That literally goes with anything. Mm-hmm. As an artist, as a creative, if you're just like in a creative field, or if you want to do a career, like
just as a human.
Yes. Yes.
We're social beings for a reason.
It goes back to like this. I learned this lesson that you're talking about a while ago, like when I was way younger. And it was like when I first started smoking weed. I don't know if we could talk about that.
Yeah.
I first started smoking weed and I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to roll a joint. I'm like, yo, I can't smoke the weed if I can't roll the weed. You know what I'm saying? And like, just in my mind, that same moment, I'm like, yo, this shit gotta get rolled. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to do it because no one else is here to do it for me. Right. And from that moment on, I just kind of knew like, yo, like regardless of what you're doing, whether it's rolling weed or making $1 million, there's a finesse to it, and you got to figure it out.
Exactly.
And you got to do that shit.
Exactly.
Like, that's really just what it comes down to.
That's a really good lesson. Because I went through that same thing just by myself.
Just looking at the weed like, fuck, bro, I don't even know.
What am I gonna do? Yeah.
I can't roll a joint for the life of me, but I can roll a blunt. I can fucking roll a.
You know what I'm saying?
Blunt.
The point is that you can roll something. You know what I'm saying?
It goes back to
what you
could.
Right. It's up to you. You have the power. Yeah.
You can't roll a joint, but you can roll a fucking mean-ass blunt. You can't rap, but you can sing like a motherfucker.
Real shit.
You can't. Fuck it.
Everybody can roll a joint. You just gotta find a way. I'm just gonna say that for everything.
If you can't roll a joint, roll a blunt.
Find an alternative.
What I do in my platform and in my life is I always make it a thing to every year be different. And I think as an artist, you should put those deadlines. Like in a year you should have more than 100 followers. Like try to exponentially grow that. Or in a year, like where do you want to be? Like right now, you're recording in your room. Well, try to make it a goal next year to be recording in a studio. You know, so is that what you've been doing? I mean, how was your start compared to now? Like where were you when you first started?
So like I said, I always had a lot of friends, you know what I'm saying? I was never really popular, but like I was always out the way and I was always into some other shit, so like it made me popular, you know what I'm saying? So like I always had the accessibility to be liked, and I was always, I guess what you could say, funny, not even to hype myself up, but people liked me, liked to be around me and shit. What was the question?
Then compared to now.
So then, you know what I'm saying? I don't think anything really changed except for the fact that like I have a little more followers now, but I think as far as like you said, like you gotta continuously grow. You can't be complacent. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know 100 people in real life and you're not following them on social media, but you don't have 100 followers, you're playing the game wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like social media is just like real life online. You know what I'm saying? Fools be popping shit because fools don't know the reality of getting found out in real life versus social media. But you play the same game you play in person. Like if we ran into each other on social media, just like we all have, or at least you two, I haven't seen you guys on social media yet. We're gonna follow each other.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Just like we're in person right now talking to each other.
Right.
So it's like you gotta set that goal and like make it happen. It's write your list, make sure your steps are there. Like my goal at the end, or my goal at the beginning of last year was to get over 1,000 followers on both my social medias. I did that by the half of the year. You know what I'm saying? And that's because I told myself, yo, like, this is what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it corny. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't go out there and follow fools you don't know just because you need followers. But, you know what I'm saying? Keep your eyes open. See who you can follow. See who wants to fuck with you for real and follow them. You know what I'm saying? And expose yourself to those people, because even if they didn't care about you right then, maybe they will later.
Exactly.
You know what
That's
I mean?
a really cool way to look at it. Yeah, because there's a lot of people who just start following people like on a following spree.
People just don't even know you and shit. I'm like, bro, like I don't even want to follow you, bro. Like your followers look like shit, bro. And like, like, bro, like not even to say like that shit matters, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like do it naturally. Do it like a human would. You know what I'm saying? Because like we said, that shit's friends. You could see through that shit. You see through the bullshit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Have friends. Be a friend.
Yeah, exactly.
And social media is a tool. Like, let's not forget, social media is a tool. Like, you should be focused on, all right, what can I do to get this person to listen to me? Nice. It's a business tool. Like, there's so many tools in front of you. It's just, like, pick something up. Like, you're not gonna get that following. You're not gonna get your sound out there if you're just sitting on your followers. Like, do something. Interact with them.
Straight up.
I don't know if it was the guy that you were talking about, but there was the dude that you sent us. He was like, or at least Alan sent to me. He was like, you're not gonna be the next big artist if you just sit on all your stuff. Like, if you're not gonna be the next like person to blow up if you just make the song and you just keep it on a laptop. Like, send it to your followers. Like, put it on your followers. Like, send it to some influencers. Send it to like all your people. And like, if they fuck with it, then they'll fuck with it. Like, Drake wasn't the overnight artist because he didn't put a song out. He was the next biggest artist because he put out that song, and like he talked to like Lil Wayne, or he talked to this person, and he talked to what was it, Trey Songz and stuff like that. Like,
see, that's crazy. I don't know how that happened, bro. I remember, what's that song that he had, Best I Ever Had drop.
He was
linking a lot with Trey Songz. And I looked him up and I was like, that's Wheelchair Jimmy from the Browns. Like, what the hell? And then ever since then, he's just been... I don't even know. I don't know how that happened, bro. But I guess a lot of behind the scenes just talking and networking.
One of the craziest artists to ever like be on this platform of music. He literally, any song he makes is a fucking stupid hit. His albums aren't listenable, but like there's always that one song that fucking shatters everything.
Yeah,
Drake is fucking wild.
So, with all our conversation, is there something that you want to say that you want people to leave with?
I guess what I want to say to anybody who listens to this is you're the maker of your own destiny. Regardless of what anybody tells you, if you believe what you're doing is what you should be doing, you continue to do that. Write your list, finish your list. Regardless of the outcome, your list is done. You know what I'm saying? Season out now. Album available everywhere. Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Deezer, SoundCloud, YouTube, anywhere. Literally anywhere you've ever listened to a song. Videos coming soon. Shout out Soul Food, man. We're cool. You know what I'm saying? BeginFindingU. That's it, man. Hey, it's the season. Thank you for having me, for real.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And we'll do another catch up months from now, weeks from now. It's up to you.
We'll run it up for sure.
Just keep checking in on each other because we're part of the creative community.
Definitely. Not only you're part of the creative community, you're part of the soul food community.
Yes.
This podcast. You're literally a foundation of this now. You're literally here now.
Word, man. Yeah. I can't wait to hear this shit on audio.
Same. Thank you.
It's going to be like, where was I again?
Just the whole time and shit.
Like, hey, hold on. We just rambled on.
But I definitely appreciate your time. And I can't wait for another meetup, definitely.
It's going to be cool. I can't wait.
Thank you.
All right.
That was good. That was a really good one, man.